Let's talk about something that makes a lot of people nervous: money. And more specifically, the people who say they can help you manage it: financial advisors. You've probably seen the ads: sleek suits, calm voices, and promises like secure your future today or maximize your wealth. But here's the real question: do you actually need one? Or are they just another overpriced service trying to sell you something you could figure out on your own? Let me tell you a story. Meet Sarah. She's 35, works in marketing, makes a decent salary, and has some savings. But she doesn't really know what to do with it. One day, she gets a call from a financial advisor offering a free consultation. They talk about her goals, her retirement, maybe buying a house someday. Sounds great, right? By the end of the meeting, he recommends a bunch of funds, insurance policies, and says he'll handle everything, for a small fee, of course. Sarah walks away feeling relieved. Finally, someone smart is handling her money. But 6 months later, she checks in and realizes her fees have been eating up a big chunk of her returns. She didn't even know she was paying for half of what's on her statement. Sound familiar? This isn't an isolated case. Millions of people get sold on the idea that they need a professional to manage their money, when in reality, the answer depends on a lot more than just how much you make. So let's break this down. First, what does a financial advisor actually do? At their core, they're supposed to guide you through investing, retirement planning, tax strategies, estate planning, you name it. But not all advisors are created equal. Some work on commission, meaning they get paid when you buy certain products. Others charge a flat fee or a percentage of your assets under management. And here's where things get tricky. If your advisor earns money based on the products they sell you, are they really giving you the best advice? Or just pushing what pays them the most? Take the infamous Wells Fargo scandal back in 2016. Employees were caught opening fake accounts without customers' consent, all because of aggressive sales quotas. That same pressure exists in many advisory firms. Advisors aren't always incentivized to do what's best for you. They're often rewarded for selling what benefits them the most. But wait, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater yet. There are good advisors out there. Certified financial planners, CFPs, for example, are held to a fiduciary standard. That means they're legally required to act in your best interest. Not all advisors are fiduciaries, though. So if you're considering hiring one, ask, are you a fiduciary? And are you fee-only, or do you earn commissions? Now, here's the flip side. With the rise of fintech apps, robo-advisors, and free financial education online, do most people even need a human advisor? Let's look at the numbers. According to a 2023 study by Morningstar, robo-advisors, those automated investment platforms like Betterment or Wealthfront, have average annual fees around 0.25%. Traditional advisors, meanwhile, typically charge between 0.5% and 1% of your portfolio each year. On a $500,000 portfolio, that's the difference between $1,250 and $5,000 annually. Over 20 years, that gap adds up to tens of thousands of dollars. And what exactly are you paying for? Sure, a good advisor can offer personalized guidance, especially if your financial situation is complex, like if you run a business, have multiple income streams, or need advanced estate planning. But if you're a regular person saving for retirement, buying a home, or building an emergency fund, you might be better off going DIY. Here's the thing, managing your own money isn't as scary as it sounds. In fact, it's easier than ever before. Platforms like Vanguard, Fidelity, and Schwab offer low-cost index funds that track the market and require almost zero maintenance. Apps like YNAB, You Need a Budget and Mint, help you manage your spending and set financial goals. And YouTube? It's basically a free personal finance university. Want proof? Look at the FIRE movement, financial independence, retire early. These are everyday people who retired in their 30s or 40s, often without the help of an advisor. How did they do it? Frugal living, smart investing, and self-education. No fancy suits, no $200 an hour consultations, just discipline and compound interest. Still think you might need help? Here's a better option. Hire a financial planner. Occasionally. Think of it like visiting a doctor. You don't need to see one every week unless something's wrong. Same with your money. Maybe once a year, book a session to review your investments, check your retirement timeline, or discuss a major life event like marriage, kids, or a job change. Many advisors offer hourly consultations now, which can cost a few $100 instead of thousands per year. Another angle, behavioral coaching. This is where advisors actually add value, not by picking stocks, but by keeping you from making dumb, emotional decisions. Because, let's face it, we all panic when the market crashes. We want to sell everything and hide our money under the mattress. A good advisor can talk you off the ledge and remind you that markets recover. That kind of psychological support is priceless, especially during volatile times. In fact, a 2022 study by J.P. Morgan found that investors who worked with advisors retained 40% more of their wealth over time, largely due to avoiding costly mistakes like panic selling or chasing hot stocks. So here's the bottom line. Whether you need a financial advisor depends on three things: your knowledge, your complexity, and your behavior. If you understand basic investing principles and can stay disciplined, go solo. Use low-cost tools and keep fees low. If your finances are complicated, maybe you have multiple properties, international assets, or a high net worth, it might be worth hiring a fiduciary advisor. And if you know yourself well enough to admit that you'll freak out every time the stock market dips, then yeah, a coach might help. But don't fall into the trap of thinking that hiring someone automatically means better results. In many cases, it just means less control and more costs. Let me leave you with a final thought. One of my favorite quotes comes from Warren Buffett. Don't save what is left after spending. Instead, spend what is left after saving. That's the foundation of building wealth, whether you use an advisor or not. So next time you get that call from a financial expert, don't feel pressured. Ask questions. Do your research. Know your options. And remember, no one cares more about your money than you do. Because at the end of the day, your financial future isn't about flashy titles or expensive suits. It's about discipline, patience, and making smart choices $1 at a time.